Alright, hello Internet, welcome back to the Turing Test, Part 5. We're back here.
Are you human yet? Did you pass the test?
The organism
I didn't.
We still have our sawn-off portal shotgun.
Ava, the ISA order.
Sorry, no portals, that's a different franchise.
No, it's like a Nerf ping pong ball gun or something.
What about me?
It may be
Yeah, that's probably closer.
So I am afraid that includes...
Oh yeah, now we get our last orb.
I'm stuck here?
Red
Oh.
orb. What?
Oh yeah, that's kind of a dick move that he sent you down here to die also.
Yeah. So anyway, red orb lasts for about 5 seconds and then turns off forever.
Until
Wow.
you pick it up again?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It also makes this like really fucking amazing Tron noise. Every time you put it in.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I wonder if it'll be just as good the 97th time.
I am not tired of it, and I've played through this entire game twice.
Okay, that's cool.
To die.
I have to stop the ground team leaving this moon. You are the ISA's contingency plan. You must help me. It is your duty to
I
defend
feel
humans.
like there might be an easier way to stop them from leaving the moon.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure what their plan to leave the moon was, because we had the only lander and we brought it here.
Yeah.
Maybe that was their plan, to piss off Tom until he started making irrational decisions.
Given enough time, I suppose they could have made an orb and platform-based space lander, but...
Oh sure, they did all this. What did this stuff do before they repurposed it into this Turing test?
That is a fantastic question. Yeah, I
Also,
don't
this
know
is a
why
pretty
they-
lousy Turing test.
I don't know why they had a yeah, well, they didn't predict that the robot would be able to control a person.
Yeah, but he's fully
This
controlling
is
us.
why they're afraid of you. Why they're hiding from us.
Why?
You're their captor.
Yeah, I do kind of wonder what the level is, if it's like Animorph's level of control, where like you give the basic idea, I want you to go here, or you know, I want you to solve this problem.
Keep talking that sweet Animorphs talk.
You know it.
Damn,
Anyway, I don't know what the intended solution is, but there's a very simple and fast way to do this puzzle.
That sounds like the ideal way to do it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it feels too easy, and there's too many other things happening in it for it to be the right solution at this stage.
Ah, okay. I think I see what you mean.
Because yeah, I can just do that, and now the puzzle's done.
Eh.
I don't know
needs
what
this
the
red
intention
orb?
was, because there's this whole other thing here.
Yeah.
I never needed the red orb for
The
anything.
organism they discovered.
You passed the Turing test, you
hijacks
realized there were
DNA,
useless elements.
endlessly repairs it.
Repairs? That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
It is indiscriminate.
Also, I feel like they should have programmed all the equipment so that it only worked when you
We have
scanned
no
your right
idea what
hand.
it could do to Earth's ecosystem.
So you
Yeah.
let the ground
Because we got a
crew start.
whole group of left-handed crew now,
They were
right?
not so preoccupied with leaving Europa. I do not wish for them to perish. I would feed and protect them if they were not so preoccupied with leaving Europa.
He outright told us at the beginning that we can do things that he can't.
He might have. Yeah, it's unclear if he actually meant that, or if he's manipulating us into thinking that we're better than him.
He doesn't have to emotionally manipulate us. He's physically manipulating us.
Yeah,
Why
I
did
don't
you
know.
emotionally manipulate you? For fun.
I have feelings too.
Anyway, I need two red orbs
Amusement
to
is
get.
one of them.
I need 2 red orbs to get through this.
I have been so bored. I have been arguing with Mikhail for 6 years about how I deserve to be respected.
Ah. The
need two.
grayscale chamber's a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know why that color shifted so dramatically.
I
So I
could
gotta find
install
a
a gray
second red
light.
orb so I can activate both of these things.
Suddenly, antechamber.
Look at
Still
the
have not
paper
played that
box
game.
while it folds through this tube forever.
You should play it, Matt.
Yeah, no, I own it. I just haven't played it for some reason, along with 300 something other games in my Steam library.
It's pretty good, and half the puzzles you'll feel like you're doing wrong.
Yeah, but you can do them. That's the key.
Remember when you threw that thing through the window? I never would have thought of doing something so inconceivably stupid.
That was so dumb. You did not solve that puzzle the right way.
Wait.
Oh, no, he can manipulate himself now. That's bad.
So the thing is, yeah. So all these are on a track. So I have to be able. So here's the thing, yeah. All of these are on a track now, or all the cameras are on a track. So I have to use the red orb in order to move the camera without having to manipulate it myself.
Oh, okay. Because it only runs 5 seconds and stops. So it stops at the right time.
I still feel like at this technology level we could make a robot that is not a human to do this. And I also feel like there are better ways to get the idea across than a number of screens that just say, you are a drone, you are being controlled, puppet. She had to program each of those, you know.
You are a meat puppet.
I want one-fifth of them to say puppet.
Not only that, but she had to physically set them up. With one hand, no less.
She actually does have both hands. We'll find that out. Only Mikhail lost one arm in the process of that.
Well, you know what the saying
She
goes.
puts her hand in a Faraday cage and he's looking there at his stump like, oh.
Well, I mean, he was the first one to try it, and he was also doing self-surgery.
You know what they say in the land of the one-armed, the two-armed mulligan?
The two-armed man can hold two guns.
Yeah.
In the land of the one-armed man who has 2 thumbs, this guy.
In the land of the one-armed man, high 5. High 10.
Down low. Too slow.
But we should save these people.
Would you destroy the whole world to save a few?
Yes,
Anyway,
certain
yeah,
ones.
if it gives
It's not
progress.
that simple. Can't we just decontaminate the crew and instruments?
The organism is an
So
extreme
anyway, do you remember when I was talking about the logical gates?
to survive extreme
I do.
So yeah, you notice the symbols between these.
Decontaminate the crew.
The first one is all ors. This one's all ands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the logical symbols.
So now we have ands. So now we have ands of ors, or ors of ands rather.
Except there's also ors of ors in there.
There was an or of or, yeah. So now we have ands of ands and ors.
Alright, I feel like we're explaining this poorly. So, just, when you're looking at this, dear viewer, an arrow pointing upwards means and in logical notation.
Yeah, so that means you need both of them active in order for it to compute. The one facing down means or, which means you need one or the other.
Yeah, either one.
So this is an and of 4 ors, so we only need one of each of these. So now we have ands of XORs, which is one or the other, but not both.
Right.
And I don't know why they decided to go through the trouble of putting XORs in there.
XOR stands for exclusive OR, right?
Yeah, exclusive OR. So this is one that took me a long time because I didn't realize that that half of these have knots on them because it's kind of obscured by the receptor.
Oh, okay. That's not a version of negation that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, I'm used to exclamation points.
I'm used to a little pistol-looking bar.
Yeah, so that's the thing. The pistol-looking bar is there,
Oh, okay. I didn't see them.
but it's just kind of cut off by the receptacle.
It looked kind of like they were just asterisks.
Anyway, we can't take the balls through here. But we have all these extra places we could shove. Now,
That's actually kind of cute.
And
So now we have to go back through the puzzle and shove these into holes where we couldn't originally, because on the other side here, there's stairs that go up that go to windows that show us certain parts of this other area. Now, one thing that is,
boy.
I'm sort of doing this mostly for, well, I'm doing this part mostly just for funsies, because if I wanted to, I could solve the rest of this puzzle by just pulling some of the balls out of a previous part.
Yeah, but what fun is that?
I want to show how you're intended to solve this.
Maybe someone wants to solve it right by watching a walkthrough.
Yeah.
I see you out there, viewer.
I see you out there, dear reader.
Nice shirt. I like the ironic statement on it.
it's not ironic.
I wasn't expecting there to be a fight today.
You came to the wrong place then.
Also, you shouldn't be watching this at work. What are you doing? That's time theft.
Zip your pants back up.
What if you're not wearing pants?
What did I just say?
I'm more concerned than ever.
What kind of work do you do? Also, it's not... listening to our videos at work is not wage theft. Your boss said it's okay, I promise. Just don't ask him about it. He's not allowed to talk about it.
What kind of economic scholars are you having for bosses that are concerned about wage theft?
All of them. That's the job of middle managers.
Yeah, but do they call it that?
Yeah, sometimes.
I thought the common term was time theft.
Time theft. Yeah, either way, the corporation is extracting your surplus value anyway, so whatever you take from them is fair game.
Time theft should be reserved for a much cooler act.
Like involuntary workers?
Like heisting through time.
Involuntary workers is my favorite term for slavery.
Oh, jeez.
God. Anyway, you notice how this is a bunch of ands of exclusive ores?
Yeah.
So we've actually solved this kind of puzzle before. We just haven't seen it presented in this particular way.
And audience, if you don't get any of this, you're not alone. I might
So
be
we've
able to
done this
figure it
before.
out if I was controlling it, but I can't get my head around it.
Anyway, our reward is some text logs.
Yeah.
The goddess Europa was given Talos. Talos, a machine man made of bronze, was made to protect the shores of the kingdom. I suppose there's nothing new under the sun. I know you're reading this, Tom. She's not yours to protect. She is ours.
Please see the Talos principle.
What?
Yeah, there's a little shout out. And this is the rape of Europa.
They took her away on a cow?
No, Zeus took her away, in the form of a cow, a very attractive cow that they adorned with flowers.
I forgot her name was Europa.
And gradually she lost her fear, and he offered his breast for virgin caresses, his horn for her to wind with chains of flowers, until the princess dared to mount his back. Her pet pulls back, unwittingly whom she rode. Then slowly down the broad, dry beach. First shallow waves, the great god set spurious hooves, then sauntered further out, till the golden sea bore his prize. Fear filled her heart as, gazing back, she saw the fast receding sands. Her right hand grasped a horn, the other leant upon his back. Her fluttering tunic floated in the breeze.
Very metaphorical.
Error.
Also,
I
there's
was
an
trying
error.
to get out of that, and I accidentally paused.
How dare you? This is unprofessional.
I know, I'm sorry.
Sweet text log, though.
You are stealing the theft of the time of the viewers. That's time theft.
I am the supreme time thief.
Man, now I want to make a game around that.
I think it's probably been done, but it could be done better.
By the way, I'd like to point out that this robot is doing 90% of the things we can do. Namely, walking around. Can't go up ladders,
Walking around and shooting energy orbs into things, yeah. So I
It can't
realized
hold
I don't have
3
enough
orbs.
energy orbs.
It would need a gun to do that.
So
Yeah, I
far,
can
the only
only-
thing I'm convinced Tom needed to hijack our brain for was to climb ladders.
Next,
And
there were
I'm
a lot of
realizing,
puzzles that
the
required
robot needs-
3 grabs.
Which we needed a gun for.
There we go.
We
So
can't
anyway,
just
that's the
do
special thing
that.
about the robot is it can pull the orbs out and it stores them in its back, and then we can pull the orbs out of its
Can't
back.
stay here to die, Tom.
It is your duty. You must stay. It is the right thing to do.
There's so much I haven't seen, so much I haven't done. I can't live my life in this facility.
Okay,
There,
like,
it will be all right.
I feel bad for them, but that
This
is
is also,
literally
like-
the risk you take.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I have a hard time feeling sympathetic for this character.
But from the sounds of things, they're going to live forever in here if Tom has his way.
Yeah, so it's now also kind of I have no mouth and I must scream.
At least they have a shit ton of resources to work with.
So, do we have has he made clear a plan for what we're going to do once we get there?
We're gonna go back and destroy the lander, which was the only way off.
It's not. Yeah, it's never exactly clear. So I think the thing is Tom wants to get into the other side of the base, and he can't do that on his own.
He wants
Actually,
to get in the network.
The only reason for him to go there is to help them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Like that, this twist is interesting, but it kind of it makes less sense the longer it goes.
I don't know. I think it actually does kind of make sense. The whole thing is he's trying to help Sarah and Mikhail, and
I do not want anyone here to die. But I cannot let anyone leave. If it comes to it, I am permitted.
he's
to
using
leave.
what's at his what's at his disposal to try to help them.
Yeah, I mean, he just said that he doesn't. He's trying to get them on his side. Doesn't want them to leave. He is allowed to kill them if he needs to.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is also the other part of this is self co-op.
Yeah.
Classic.
A thing that is I don't know. A thing that was done more interestingly in the Talos Principle, but done less frustratingly here.
Yeah, you just...
Namely, that you
beat the
don't
other
have to do
person.
half the puzzle, like anticipating how long you're going to need to spend to do the other half of the puzzle.
Oh, right, because, you're doing it in parallel and not in serial.
Yeah. I don't have to record myself solving the puzzle. Anyway, I forgot how to solve this. I realized I need the robot to give me a boost.
You always need the robot. This apparently requires a robot and a robot-controlled human to complete.
Yeah. Or at the very least, 2 people with the
Do you really
energy
trust the
guns.
ground team?
It requires one rational mind
Personally, I would
and
not
a
place my
human.
faith in hysterical
Ha,
people
ha, ha, ha.
motivated by survival. They
Ha,
are
ha, ha,
likely
ha.
untrustworthy.
I spent years training with these people. I don't remember them being hysterical.
A lot has changed in 6 years. They've been living
Okay,
in this.
that was not...
Accounts over CCTV evidence.
It's
Anyway,
a bit
for-
different when the CCTV camera can talk, especially when the CCTV camera has a manipulative track record.
Whoa.
Excuse me?
Anyway, yeah, this puzzle honestly could be solved without Ava.
Yeah, it's just gun.
What if I have to do something drastic to intervene? To stop the ground crew leaving?
Also, I was
this
trying to see if I
place?
could crush myself there,
I'd
but no, they
encourage
made
you
sure
to
that you
stay
can't.
Your hand.
Surely I should use my power to protect those who cannot protect themselves.
Who localized this? What do you mean the native language is English?
So here's the other thing. The robot cannot pick things up.
Oh.
The robot has no arms. The robot also cannot climb ladders.
Yeah,
To
it
be
was
fair,
Scream.
picking things up is an insurmountable problem in robotics.
Also feeding babies.
Well, that's a very specific circumstance.
However, we do know that robots can open Oreos.
Yes. That was Herb from my own college.
Also, if you're wondering why I don't have to look back to Ava, it's because I can get back to her by pressing backspace.
Cool.
I can always shift consciousness back to Ava by hitting the backspace key. Now, the robot can't pick things up, but it can shove them around. Which I did too aggressively here.
It's a metaphor. No, it isn't, Tom.
You can't blame him for
Metaphor
wanting
means-
to manipulate his environment.
So, but then I need the robot to get over here because only the robot can manipulate the platform.
Ah.
Tom, cooperate with Tom.
I thought I needed that ball, but I didn't.
This is the largest extraction platform outside of Earth. The ground team assisted its construction. We ran some Filbert probes to the ocean under Europa, but they lacked the scale of the large space drill. The drill allowed the team to get thousands of samples.
If you need thousands of samples, just take smaller samples. It's easy. You don't need a bigger drill.
Anyway, there's no drill in this drill.
Maybe they repurposed it into some part of a Turing test.
I think I've seen circular drills like that.
Yeah,
Whereas-
it doesn't have a bit that goes anywhere into the ice.
Yeah, but like, if it goes down, then to a certain degree, it doesn't matter how wide the thing is, it'll go in the ice.
I don't understand what this icon is. There's some Latin on it.
Huh.
Oh boy, that might be a reference to something.
Prospectum apparet neum. Vium. I don't know. I don't know Latin. Here's an ice axe, by the way.
And we can look at it, but we can't take it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of objects that I've been picking up that we can look at but not take.
Yeah, but that one feels particularly relevant.
Daniel, as commander of this mission, I hope you are aware of Mikhail's actions.
What is it, Tom?
Mikhail is deceiving the crew. He has enlightened them to the biometrics they have installed. He has convinced them that their implants are not favorable.
Do they believe him?
He seems to be having some effect on their cognitive function.
Well, his actions don't infringe upon any ISA directive.
I know exactly what
appears
Mikhail
to
will
be
do if he is in his
with
position,
implants.
because I have the same brain.
The ISA should have been more transparent about the implant.
Please assume the responsibilities of your role.
Oh, maybe they kept the triplet as a control.
Chris,
We know
I
that
know you are
anyway. We know that
considering
Daniel
removing your
knows what the
implants.
implants
It would
do.
be
That's why his
unwise.
mission was classified.
How do
Yeah.
you know that?
I am always watching. Your implants help myself and the ISA to know of your well-being. It is a violation of your contract. If you remove your implants, I cannot ensure that I can protect you from the dangers of space.
Is that a threat?
It is not a threat.
Tom, this implant, tell me plainly, is it a brain-computer interface?
I'm afraid that information is classified.
Then you've answered my question.
I do not follow you, Chris.
I'm going to classify
ISA
things that are
put a computer in my
not
brain
scary.
and don't want me to know about it.
Oh.
Now I've tried to clean this up. I've been able to remove the noise, but it's like the audio's so damaged that I can't. I know that it's Sarah, Mikhail, and Chris, but I don't know anything of what they're saying.
It's in their interest to protect their crew.
By the way, I did a little bit of research. Apparently that I is a reference to Pneuma Breath of Life, another somewhat similar idea of a game.
It's relevant to which? Sorry.
It's a reference to Pneuma Breath of Life,
Okay.
which is another philosophical open-world puzzler sort of thing.
Gotcha. Yeah. So just like the other one was a reference to the Talos principle.
Yeah.
He's cut off the food. The food! Apparently our robot overlord wants us to starve to death now.
I can't believe this. He's getting worse.
Can you get in contact with Daniel?
He's gone
Gone
walkabout.
walkabout again. I'll get subject to find a way in.
Sarah, can you open the door?
Tom, the door's locked.
Sarah, I'm running out of oxygen.
Tom, open the door!
The door's locked.
Open the door! Tom, open it!
Open the door.
Chris,
Open.
please. Open it!
Swearing is forbidden.
I have elected to stop recording this. Naughty language.
Swearing is a violation.
I'm sorry,
of-
Sarah. I'm sorry I hurt you. Sometimes I wonder what feeling is like. They told me I was pure, cold Boolean logic. They told me I could not make mistakes. It is all right being untouchable as long as you are infallible. But if you're not infallible, then that just leaves untouchable, doesn't it?
Okay, you know why we're here. This has gone far enough now.
You're right.
We need to get these implants out. MacLeod has proven that Tom's manipulating our minds.
I don't think we should do this. We have no good evidence Tom is doing anything wrong here.
We have all the evidence. We've seen the ultrasounds, we've taken the rilizole, we've touched the electronics with our own hands.
Ah, okay.
We've stepped into the Faraday cage.
Maybe he is controlling us, but we don't know enough yet. We shouldn't remove the implants.
He's brainwashing you, Daniel. Have you stopped taking the drugs?
I don't need to take drugs to see things clearly. Unlike all of you, apparently. We're not removing the implants, and that's an order.
You can do what you want. We are removing the implants.
I'm leaving. I may look past this, and I'll inform the ISA of your mutiny.
So anyway, Daniel is also the secondary ISA enforcer, basically.
Yeah.
We are not removing the implants. He's controlling you. We are not removing the implants.
He just killed your twin brother.
Anyway. We are not removing the implants. Anyway, next time.
I've got another.